Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. If you're new, if not, welcome back. The words, the only way out is to go in. Just won't leave me alone this morning. Where this message goes, I'm not 100% sure because everything I do is pretty much channeled on the spot. So you get the message when I get it. But I've seen this saying a few times, like on Facebook or whatever, the only way out is to go within. And I saw a post this morning about the matrix and what it is and how it's controlling you to give away your power. And everything is external. God is out there. The reason for everything you've been through in your life is out there. It's somebody else's fault. It's, we're taught everything is outside of you. And when you, I want to say wake up, when you understand that that's not the case, you start taking your power back. And there was a post on Facebook yesterday that talks about the difference between religion and spirituality. And I thought, oh my God, this nails it. But one of the sayings is, in religion, you feel like the single drop in the ocean. You feel like being a single drop in the ocean, whereas in spirituality, it feels like being the entire ocean in a single drop. And when you start to understand that concept, and you guys get this, if not, you're getting there. Because everything is one. And when you understand, I mean, it's crazy that religion teaches that God created everything, but they want to pick and choose what they believe God is, or what is of God. Everything goes back to the creator of all that is. It's not all that is except. It's not all that is but. So when we come to the understanding that we are all one, we're all created equally. We just are experiencing. God created everything to have the experience of everything. So we are all fractals, just pieces of the divine. And when you see that within yourself, you start opening up to bigger concepts, and you start opening up to the truth of everything. And I remember when I met my husband, he was at a place that he was there to, I won't say heal, but they talk about healing people. And it's a Christian organization. And when I met them, I was explaining to them what I do and how I heal people. And because I didn't direct everything back to the Bible, and because I didn't say I was a Christian healer, they didn't want anything to do with it. which is fine. That's their choice. But the thing is, that evolved into, now because of my belief system, it doesn't match theirs. Religion, be it Christianity, Catholicism, whatever, is very limiting. It's a very limiting belief. If you don't believe their way, you're wrong. And I told them, I said, I'm not a Christian healer because I heal everybody. Why am I going to turn somebody away just because they say they're a Catholic? Or I don't know all the religions. I don't claim to know all the religions, and it's a moot issue because they all divide. I told them, I said, I heal everybody. I help everybody. I don't look at you and say, well, what is your belief? Are you a Christian? Oh, well, if you're not a Christian, I'm not going to help you. Where is that Christ-like? And they want to externalize, again, God is outside of you. God is out there. No, God is right here. God is right there. Where you are God. You are a fractal of the divine, which means you're as much of God as everybody else, because just like that drop in the ocean, that drop is as much water as the rest of the ocean. It is the entire ocean in one drop. That drop of water is not different, is not separate than the rest of the drops in the ocean. You are a drop, just like I'm a drop, just like my cats are a drop. We all make up the ocean. We all make up the divine. And the saying, the way out is to go within. It's going within to find your peace. To figure out, to see who and what you are. And doing the shadow work. The limiting beliefs that we've been brainwashed with. It's like the video I talked about yesterday. I talked about being in the pity party. When you have a bad day, when you have a bad moment, and you go into that place where you feel like you're unworthy, you're unloved, you're not good enough, or whatever, it's lies that you're telling yourself. The shadow work is going within and seeing where that comes from and being able to heal it. And the initial phase of it, yes, you heal it, but sometimes parts of it still come back. But the more you heal it, the more you realize what it is, the faster you come out of the belief system that you're not good enough, or you're not loved, or whatever your scenario is. And I have helped people through all of it. So regardless of what your limiting belief is, or your fear, it's going within. And just like some of the things that I've talked about on my videos, where you, like, was it last week, 2 weeks ago? I don't know. Time to me is irrelevant. Where I talked about realizing that a situation that I was going through was an ego hit for me. It would be easy for me to externalize that. But externalizing that is giving my power away to someone else. I have to own it. That's going within. You know, realizing, I don't know, it's been months ago now, realizing that I'm not, or I wasn't, the person I portrayed myself as, realizing that the anger was still inside me. I could externalize that. Yes, it would be very easy. And that's what we've been taught, is to externalize everything. It's somebody else's fault. It's my dog's fault. It's my husband's fault. It's my daughter's fault. It's my neighbor's fault that I feel the way I feel, or I react the way I... No, it's not. It's mine. It's not, and it's not a fault. It's looking at the part of you and choosing to become a different person. And so again, when you start taking back your power, and not from an ego standpoint, but just owning and realizing who you are, you start to check out of the matrix, because it doesn't control you anymore. And like yesterday I said, the more open you are and the more you start to see where they've controlled you, the more you will see. And you start to take that power back. You start to realize, you know what? No, that's not who I choose to be anymore. You don't get to dictate to me what I believe, how I live, what I say, as long as I do everything out of love. And that's where again, it goes back to everything is one. We're coming to a place where we understand, and this is where stepping into 5D, that's where it is. Everything, you don't want to hurt anybody else because you understand that you're hurting yourself. You don't want to do anything against anybody else because you understand that it's doing that against you. Because even at the bottom of it, you can call it karma. You can call it the law of attraction. You can call it you get what you give. It's all the same thing. When you harm somebody else, you're only harming yourself. Because it is a part of you that needs to be healed, and you're ignoring it. So therefore, that was huge. Wasn't expecting that one to come through. Yeah. So it's part of you that you're choosing not to look at. So therefore, you're not growing. You're harming yourself because you're staying, I want to say stuck, or you're staying in the limiting beliefs the lower frequencies, the negative feelings. So when you go back and look at, again, how would Christ, the Christ consciousness, when you tap into that, and I said this in another video talking about sin. Sin is not out there. When you honestly, because when you realize me hurting you is only hurting me, you don't want to sin. That's what sin is externalizing your power and not understanding that everything is connected. So therefore, if I screw you over, okay. If I lie to you, if I cheat, if I steal, whatever the sin is, sin, it's part of you that you are not looking at to heal. And when you heal it, and you, oh my God, the vision I just got, it is like, whew. Give me a second. The saying, you've been washed by the blood of the Lamb. The vision I got was you being cleansed. The Christ consciousness just washing over you and taking that away. I mean, I literally have chills going up the back of my head. The more you step into the Christ consciousness and understand that that's you and awaken that part of you, it washes over you and washes away the things that we call sin. Because you choose not to do that stuff anymore. Because you've healed that part of you. God, I hope that made sense. Because it was one of the most powerful downloads I've ever gotten. It was beautiful. So, again, it's not externalizing anything. It's going within and understanding that you are everything. You are the universe, and that doesn't mean you're better because everybody else is the universe. You're only confined here on this planet by your body. Your energy, your soul is so much bigger than your body, but it's confined by the limits of your mind. And your mind is finite. It cannot understand infinite. So don't even try. You might get glimpses of what infinity is or how vast you are. You might get glimpses every now and then, but to really wrap your brain around it isn't going to happen. You can only understand that from going within. And it's a feeling. So my mind is completely blown at this moment. Again, back to the place where my husband was, and they wanted to limit me to Christianity. They wanted to limit my belief system. I told my husband then, I said, I'm not going backwards. They want me to go. I've been where they are. I understand so much more than what we were taught or what I was taught as a kid. I've expanded my vision. I'm not going backwards. And at the time, he didn't understand that. Because again, they were brainwashing him with their limiting beliefs. He knew there was more. He felt it because he's here for a bigger purpose. He's not here to be stuck in the matrix. Just like me, I'm not here to be stuck in the matrix. But now he gets it. Because he told me, he's like, I didn't understand what you were talking about before, but now I see it. And I mean, this is a while back, he's seen it. So, and I've heard of people that leave Christianity to become, cat hair, imagine that with 5 cats. That leave Christianity to become awakened, become spiritual, and then they go back to Christianity. I don't understand that. I can see it to a point because we're taught, I want to see proof. You want comfort. You want what makes sense. Again, your brain, your mind cannot wrap itself around the entire concept of spirituality because it's not confined in anything. It is so expansive. It's infinite. There are no ends to it. So, and this doesn't even make sense. When they say God is the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, there is no beginning and there is no end. It's everything. It is like the infinity sign, like the number 8 turned sideways. There's no beginning. There's no end. It just goes on forever. That's you. And when you step into the flow of that, your world changes. And you stop trying to figure everything out. You stop trying to make things happen. You come back to oneness. You come back to, it is like everything is flowing in that infinity sign. Everything. It's massive. And when you step into it, you stop banging against the walls because there's no beginning and there's no end. You're trying to fit within what you've been taught. That is, the downloads get more powerful all the time. The visions. I wish I could impart what I see, because it's phenomenal. I can't make this stuff up. This person can't make this stuff up. And back to it just hit me, the difference between religion and spirituality. Religion separates people who have different beliefs. Spirituality unites people regardless of their beliefs. I don't care what you believe. I really don't. That is you. As long as you do everything out of love and you're not harming anybody else, who cares? Who cares what you believe? You can believe in a single God. You can believe in multiple gods. You can worship whoever you want to worship. You can love whoever you want to love. Just do it out of love and self-respect for yourself and everybody else involved. Do it for the highest and best of all involved. When you come from that place, where is it anybody's business to tell you you're wrong? So again, wrong is one of those words I just wish didn't even exist. But like I said, the way out of the limiting beliefs, the being enslaved by the system, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what are they? It doesn't matter whether it's education, religion, foods, drugs, employment. It doesn't matter. I'm sure there's others. It doesn't matter what that external thing is. Realize that it does not control you. You control you. They control you by feeding you the limiting beliefs and keeping you enslaved. And there's a whole nother thing that I'm going to cover in another video. I have to talk to my husband first. But I really, truly hope this makes sense. If you have questions, ask me. Because like I said, I don't have all the answers. I give you what I get. And I'm always learning more. I'm always seeing more and experiencing more. But I will tell you, this is where, when I say I live in heaven on earth every day, that's what we're here for. To break free from that matrix, to take back your power and live in the flow of that infinity. Your life. Yes, life still happens, but you see it from through a different lens. It's just like the stuff I've talked about in my last few videos. I could go into a bad place And I might go there for a moment, but I come out. And it's like, you just understand that things are just flowing. But it's things I need to clear. I need to work on. It's limiting beliefs that I'm getting rid of. And it's powerful. Like I said yesterday, that it is intense right now. You can choose to fight it. You can choose to keep banging into those walls. Or you can choose to go with the flow and just step into your power, your sovereignty. And I'm going to link my books below because they will help you with the liberating your consciousness, will help you find out where the limiting beliefs are so you can get rid of them. The language toolkit brings light to things how you talk to yourself and others. Again, you're giving your power away by words that you're saying. Take back your power. And then my newest book, which is the best of all of it, is Cultivating Peace and Purpose. It helps you shift your mindset so you understand how to see things through a different lens and be in that flow. It's beautiful. It is heaven. So I could go on forever about this, but I won't. So if you haven't already, click the like button, subscribe to my channel. It's growing quickly. It's exciting. Oh my gosh. Yesterday I said it was at 222. Today it's up to like 230 something. It's exciting. We're going to blow right past that 333. I just know it. It's just going to go whoop, right on past it. So thank you. I send you guys so much love and gratitude for being here with me, for being on this journey. The comments that I'm getting, I love them. Thank you. Thank you for every one of them. You guys, some of them help me see things from a different perspective, because we're all here to learn from each other. You know, it's not about you're right and I'm wrong or vice versa. It's you have a different perspective. You might be getting downloads that I'm not getting. You have knowledge that I don't have, and vice versa. So that's the beauty. Please share your comments. Because I go back and look at my videos and I'm like, well, shit, why didn't I say this? But you know what? I wasn't meant to say it, or I would have said it. So you guys might say it. Anyway, I love you. I send you amazing blessings, because you guys we're all one. We're all amazing. So have an amazing day, and we will talk later.